Hello everyone, Mr.Teacher is back with another video. This is the lecture number 3 of our topic, cell. Today our topic is specialized cell. As I have told you in the last video that we will discuss the specialized cells in this video. Our last video was about the animal cell. If you missed it, I'll give the link in the description. You can see that as well. Now let's start our topic for today. This is specialized cells. Specialized cells. There are many cells in the human body. So we are discussing some important cells, some important animal or plant cells. What are their function? What is their structure or shape? The first one is RBC, the erythrocytes. We also call it erythrocytes in biological language. And the common name is RBC or red blood cells. As you can see, the diagram is present here. This is the shape of the red blood cells what we have, and this is the horizontal cut, the half cut diagram. You can see this is the shape. This is called biconcave shape of red blood cells. Red blood cells have biconcave shape. It is also written here, as you can see. And if the next point is this: there are about 6 million cells in 1 cubic millimeter. I'm talking about a 1 drop of blood. They are very microscopic. They are very minute and microscopic, and we can't count the exact number of the RBCs in the human body, but we can guess. Like in 1 drop of blood, there are 6 million red blood cells. So that's a huge number. 600,000 cells in just 1 drop of blood. A normal human have 4 to 5 liters of blood. So the number of cells would be immense. So move on. They carry oxygen. If we talk about the function of the red blood cells, they carry oxygen around the body. Oxygen that we breathe in through our respiratory system. It's transported to all parts of the body through red blood cells. They play an important role in transporting that oxygen. When we breathe in, the oxygen goes to our lungs. There are number of capillaries present. Number of blood capillaries are present in our lungs. The oxygen in our lungs diffuses into the blood and then transported to all parts of the body where they are required. So that's why we breathe all the time, and the oxygen goes into red blood cell and then to the targeted organs of the body. The next point is they are produced in bone marrow. That is a very big question. Sometimes people ask that where are red blood cells actually produced? They are produced in bone marrow. The fluid present inside the bones. It is not produced by any other organ, like including liver or some other organ. They are produced in the bone marrow, and they have a particular lifespan. The lifespan of red blood cells is 3 to 4 months, 90 to 120 days. Red blood cells survive. After that, it dies and replaced by the new cells produced by the red blood bone marrow. The next is mature RBCs lacks nucleus. This is also a very important point. Mature RBCs lacks nucleus. The nucleus is absent in them because they have hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a red pigment which is helpful for capturing oxygen. The lack of nucleus causes more hemoglobin to store in the red blood cells. So these are the animal cells which have no nucleus. I have told you that many animal cells have nucleus, many centralized nucleus, but red blood cells have no nucleus because of the hemoglobin. Because of the lack of nucleus, they can store more hemoglobin and more oxygen into it, and if they can store more oxygen, obviously they will provide more oxygen to your body and to your tissues. So that will be helpful for you. That's the function of it. They are flexible and can pass through narrow blood vessels. Red blood cells are flexible enough. They can a little bit flexible. When they pass through narrow capillaries or narrow blood vessels, they change their shape. They squeeze down a little bit and they pass through the narrow blood vessels easily. They don't have any difficulty in it. The next is white blood cells. As the diagram is also showing here, you can see this is not a very difficult diagram. This is a very simple one as well. You can see the structure, the nucleus, cytoplasm, and the cell wall is present in it. It is also called leukocytes. Why we call it leukocytes? Because they are colorless. That's why we got termed as white blood cells. They are not white, they are actually colorless. That's why we're terming them as leukocytes. But their function is very important. They produce antibodies. Antibodies are the agent that fight against diseases in our body. So they are very important. They defend our body. If you want to say if you want to say this in the easy words, they defend our body against diseases. They kill bacteria and parasites, or the foreign particle that enters in your body by any means, through open wound or through respiratory system or through something else. White blood cells defend your body against them. They kill that bacteria and parasites. They are colorless, I have told you, and they are of different types. White blood cells are of different types. Red blood cell has no types. They are only one type of cell. In WBCs, there are different types of cells, phagocytes and lymphocytes as well. So they have different function, but we will study them in the circulatory system or the circulation. They are not important here. We are learning about some important cells here. So that is about the introduction of the WBCs, what they do, what they look like. The next is the root hair cell. Root hair cell is a plant cell. You can see that WBC and RBCs are the animal cells, but the root hair cell is purely a plant cell. As the diagram is present here, you can see the cell wall and the cell membrane both are present in it. So this is the first sign that this is a plant cell. The nucleus is also present here. This is the vacuole. The white part is a large vacuole present in it. They absorbed water from the soil. They are present on the tips of the rooting plants. They are present on the tips of the roots. They are present underground parts of the plant, like on roots. There are tiny hair-like structure. They are made up of root hair cells. Their main function is to absorb water from the soil. As you all know, we water the plants through soil, and the water is absorbed by root hair cell into the roots, and then to the stem and to the branches, and then to the other parts of the plant like leaves and the fruits and the branches, etc. They're small hair-like, tiny hair-like structures, and they absorb water by osmosis. We will discuss osmosis in our upcoming videos. So this is that's how they work together. The root hair cell is a plant cell, and it is not very much difficult to understand. If you have any question about this topic, you can write in the comments. You can download this file from my download area. I'll give the link in the description for the download this paper or the earlier documents. You can easily download them. If you have any question about the topic, you can write in the comments. I'll answer your question. Thank you.